Now then, here we are. Good morning. This is Andy Henderson live from Forward Thinking with Mondays Live. People don't buy what you sell them. So what's that all about? Well, I'm going to tell you. It's only a short live today because today I'm back into a customer where we do quarterly reviews. Customer in Blackburn, really good. They're doing really, really well. I can't wait to get the latest updates of the performance, both from a financial perspective, but also a people perspective too. The culture, how's that evolved? So what's today's live all about? Well, when I'm doing Success GPS, there's a moment in there about halfway through where we talk about this very thing. People don't buy what you sell them. And you might be thinking, well, Andrew, what are you talking about? Of course they buy what I sell. You know, I sell stuff every day and they buy it. But it's not the case. They're not buying the immediate thing that you sell. So let me tell you a quick story. There was a kitchen fitter that wanted to come on my course to develop a laser guided focus, to build a plan so he could grow and hire more people and stuff. And, you know, when we're on the phone, I was like doing my qualification stuff. And he was like, Andy, so how does this course work? You know, how do we start? And I said, well, before we get into all that, I said, what do you actually do? He was called Ian. What do you actually do? He said, I fit kitchens. I said, that's brilliant. I said, no, what do you really do? What do you really sell? And he said, no, Andrew, honestly, I fit kitchens. That's what I sell. But you know, kitchens. That's it. I'm like, no, Ian, no, you don't get me. What is it that you actually really sell? And he said, Andrew, I'm getting fed up of this conversation already. I fit kitchens. I said, no. I said, Ian, take your customers back to that place when you first started talking to them about what they wanted and then in this environment, because I'm guessing the kitchen wasn't all over the floor. They weren't, you know, every time they made breakfast, they didn't have to pick the knives and forks and the plates up off the floor because all the kitchen units are broken. The kitchen was okay. It was all working fine. They wanted something different. They wanted something new. But what is it they actually wanted when you think about it? Well, they talked about, Andrew, you know, they want it really smart. They want this and they want to have parties at the weekend. And, you know, they wanted to create a place where, you know, they could all have breakfast as a family together. And they wanted to create a space, you know, in the evening so that when everyone congregated over dinner, it'd be a really nice environment. I said, so, Ian, what is it that you actually sell then? He didn't quite get it. He was almost there. But what he actually sold, is the heart of the home. That's what he sells. That's his thing. He sells the heart of the home. That's the thing that the customer buys. Now, unless the kitchen is in 500 bits all over the floor, you know, of course, they're going to buy a new kitchen because that's all they want. They just want a replacement kitchen for functional reasons. But typically with kitchens, no one buys a new kitchen just because they want a new kitchen. They buy a new kitchen because they want to build that environment, you know, where their friends can have parties at weekend. And you can imagine the noise, the champagne corks dropping, popping even, you know, ice dropping into the sound of ice dropping into the sound of empty glasses. You know, you've got people laughing and joking, music on, you know, and also those moments where you're around the table at dinner time, talking about school, talking about work, just bringing the family together. It's the heart of the home that people actually buy. There was another chap as well, landscape gardener. Similar kind of conversation. What do you do? Well, you know, I go in and I redesign gardens and stuff. But we got to the nub of it and it was like, well, what you actually do is bring holidays home. You know, because how good is it when at weekend when you're at home and it's the summer, it's almost like you can holiday in your back garden without leaving your house, without spending all that money to go abroad and stuff. So people don't buy what you sell them. What they buy is the result of what you sell them. Now, it's not just as easy as the result. You know, when you think about it, what is the result that you give to your customers? What is the result that your customers buy from you? Now, I've thought about this quite extensively, and on Wednesday or Thursday last week, when I was delivering Success GPS with 8 startup businesses, all in a group, in a peer-to-peer group, it was brilliant. But we talked about this result, and everyone had kind of a different result, obviously, because they're all different businesses. But it appears that there's almost like stages to the result that your customer really wants. And through qualification, that's how you identify what the actual result, the immediate result is that they're going to get. But when they get that result, it enables the second step of the result to kick in as well. So what am I on about there? Well, I'll tell you. So you imagine like someone like me, you know, you would call me a business coach, probably. You know, I'm the Sherpa guide. It's all about climbing mountains. But people come to me because they want a laser guided plan to build and grow the business. So that's stage one. So once that's delivered, once I get that, I have to think about in my marketing, well, what's stage 2? What's if I give them a laser guided plan to grow, what does that then enable that customer, my customer, to then experience? Well, that plan's going to lead to more customers, more revenue, more profitability. It's going to lead to a better culture as well and a laser guided focus. So that's kind of stage 2 of the results. Stage 1 is the plan. Stage 2 is the results of the plan. But then there's a stage 3 as well. What's stage 3? Stage 3 is, well, they're going to make more money, which when you think about it, more money, more customers, they're going to be able to hire more people, better people to come in and scale the business and grow. But then there's a fourth knock-on impact as well. So if that's a third knock-on impact, they can make more money and hire people and grow and scale. The fourth impact is, well, they get more time back to do what they want with the people that they love. They get freedom. And there's actually a fifth stage. So once you've got all that, you build a business with value that works for you so you can sell it eventually and you'll never need to grow older, worrying about growing old and poor, which is amazing. So not only do we have to think about the fact that the customers don't buy what we sell, they don't buy a coach, they don't buy a coaching program, they buy the result. But what stage is the result that's in their head that they're worrying about now, that they really want in their head? And that's where your qualification comes in. Now, listen, I'm no sales expert. You know, if you want a sales expert, you go to the Sales Geeks because they're absolutely fantastic at what they do. But I do know some stuff, and this is some of the stuff that I've worked out through qualification of my own customers. So people don't buy what you sell them, they buy the result. So what result do you deliver to your customer? Because that is the thing that we need to market. That's the thing that we need to talk about. But think about the stages of that result. So once you think, yeah, that's the result that my customer wants, think, well, which means what? What does it, if they get that result, what does that enable them to do more of or be more of or have more of? And then you'll get to stage 2 result. And then you'll think about, okay, well, if they get that, what does that enable? What's the second or third stage result that they get from that? And all this stuff needs to come through in your marketing. And this is why, you know, when you're designing your like perfect customer avatar, it's so important to know which stage of the result that they want, because that's going to inform your marketing and that's going to attract the right people who need exactly what you can give them. Because what we don't want to do is sell the result of time and freedom, let's say, when actually what the customer has in their head is they need a plan, they need structure, they need a framework to work within. They're not thinking that time and freedom is too far away from them right now. It's like a pipe dream. What they're thinking about is, I need a plan. I'm all over the place. I'm at point A. I'm going up, down, left, right. You know, I'm moving a lot, but I'm not making progress. They need a plan to define point B, where they want to be in the future, and they want to make active steps to get there. You know, so if you market too far down the line with step 5 of the result, then it's not going to work. So design your ideal customer avatar, then think about the result that person actually wants from you, and that's how you market to them, and that's how you speak to them, and that's what we talk about when we're qualifying. You know, the road should lead to that as a result that they want. And also something to think about for you as well is customers. You know, they're always running towards the result that they want, but they're also running away from pains and problems. So whilst you might deliver a result, you're probably fixing some pains and problems as well. So define what they are. And if you can get the pains and problems out in your marketing, you can get the result that you deliver out in your marketing, you've cracked it. So that's all for me, Sherpa Guidance. People don't buy what you sell them. They buy the result of what you sell them. So hit me up in the comments. Let me know what is the result that you deliver for your customers specifically. And let's have a check of it. Is it a stage 1 result? Is it stage 2? Is it stage 3, 4, or 5? You know, what type of result is it? Put it in the comments. Let's have a look and let's have some banter about it. I'm Andy Henderson, your Sherpa Guide, and I will see you live later in the week. See you soon. Bye.